This place smells worse than the harborage.
King of worms?
I can and I shall. Where is the Amulet of Kings?
You cannot break the will of a son of Yakuda. I spit on you.
So, Sai-Sahan is alive and he has not been broken. An important piece of the puzzle, to be sure, but where is he being kept?
Chin El Adabar, the Amulet of the Kings of Glory, an artifact of the Divines, a badge of office for the ruling emperors of Cyrodiil, and the key to my ascendancy. Yet it eludes me. Exploiting its power to bring about the calamity of our age was intoxicating. It made me aware of the limitless possibilities available to one strong enough and fearless enough to use it to achieve his own ends. The amulet has the power to create or destroy, but it also has the power to undo the damage caused by the soul burst, to mend the tear in the barrier between Nirn and Oblivion. I must recover it before some fool fixes that which must remain broken.
He knows of our plan to use the amulet to set things right. We must rescue Sai-Sahan before he can be broken.
The Red Guard's iron will cannot be overcome with standard interrogation techniques. Physical tortures appear to be useless. I have therefore instructed the Daedra to move Sai Sahan into the halls of torment. The Duchess will be most pleased to have a new guest. His flesh is strong, but perhaps her tortures of the mind will break him. I have come too far to allow this upstart sword master to thwart my plans. I will find the amulet, one way or another.
This is the information we've been looking for. At last, Sai Sahan has been taken to the Halls of Torment. Oh yes, it's Cold Harbor's most nefarious prison. The Daedra in the Halls of Torment reach deep into the dark places of a prisoner's mind and torture them with apparitions of the things they most dread. It's an effective tactic. The Daedra mock our emotional attachments and the memories that form our sense of self. Daedra have no use for such things. They are immortal. It's impossible to kill Daedra. They simply reform over time. Of course I can. I am Abnathan. But first, I have a bit more research to do. Go back to the Harbridge and tell Varen what we've discovered. I'll meet you there once I've made the necessary preparations.
An unexpected visit. What brings you back, Vestige? At last! Where can he be found? Well done. I will begin searching for a safe route to the Halls of Torment immediately. I was going to say that a river flows and we are slaves to its current, but I am done with riddles and metaphors. I don't know what awaits us. I'm not a prophet. I'm just a foolish old man who glimpsed the wisdom of the scrolls and survived. When Tarn returns, We will combine our resources. We will find a path to these halls of torment soon enough. Message, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to rescue Sai Sahan. Message, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to rescue Sai Sahan. Message, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to rescue Sai Sahan. Message, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to rescue Sai Sahan.
My friend. Probably the best friend I have. If the vestige is going, I'm going too.
Yes, I see. And you are the most qualified. Why? Is it your superior knowledge of Cold Harbor? Your expertise in dealing with Daedric entities? Or is it simply the unrequited puppy love you feel for that shirtless mammoth?
The time has come for another foray into Oblivion, Vestige. We have one last ally in need of rescue. Indeed, Abnathan and I have been meditating, scrying, and poring over Manamako's notes, and at long last we've discovered the location of the Halls of Torment. Our friend has suffered unimaginable and unending torment for nearly 2 years, far longer than any mortal man should endure. But Sai Sahan is something more than mortal man. He's a descendant of Leki, the Yokudan sword saint. I've seen it. We have been able to determine the precise area of the halls where Sai is being held. This is why we were so long about the task. I shall open a portal for you. Lyris and Abner have both agreed to accompany you, but I fear their mutual enmity will complicate your task. Speak with them and hear what they offer, but you must choose one or the other.
What's wrong? What did Varen say? Then your choice is clear. I've known Sai Sahan longer than anyone. I should be the one to go. It's your decision. Just know that I'd give my life for you or for Sai. Would Tharn do the same?
You look perplexed. What inscrutable riddles is Varen spouting now? Did he? What surprisingly good advice. Titanborn and I are more likely to kill each other than we are to help. The choice is yours. But I recommend choosing brains over brawn. I have valuable knowledge of the Daedra, and don't forget, I'm the mage. A very wise decision. One you won't regret. Trust me. Shall we go? We've a Redguard swordmaster to rescue.
Go with Abner. Save Sai Sahan from the Halls of Torment.
Amulet of Kings!
It looks like me. What in damnation is going on here? Where is the Amulet of Kings? Tell me or I'll gut you like a fish with your own sword. See how simple it is to be a sword slinger, son?
Enjoy this one.
Well, that was unnerving. Can't say that I've ever had to kill a version of myself before, but I must say, even as an evil doppelganger, I'm a very capable opponent. They were a legendary group of Redguard swordmasters, wiped out in the First Era by the Yokudan Emperor Hera. Sahan spent years trying to resurrect their ancient traditions, but failed utterly. He considered it his greatest failure. The torturers here are using Sahan's memories and darkest fears against him in an attempt to break his will. He and I were never close. In truth, I enjoyed mocking him. I had no idea how deeply it affected him. Interesting. Oh, please, we're adults, aren't we? The day I start considering people's feelings before speaking my mind is the day my efficacy as a politician comes to an end. When that day comes, just kill me outright, I beg of you.
have some unwanted visitors in the halls of torment. Let's make them feel welcome. Your friend always had the opportunity to free himself. All he needs to do is reveal the location of the Amulet of Kings, and you can all be on your merry way. Enjoy your visit. You'll never leave the halls of torment alive.
The Amulet of Kings!
Sai, my love, where is the amulet? If you tell me, this will all be over, and we can finally be together. Intruders! They're after the amulet. Don't worry, my love. My sisters will deal with these pests.
She seems to be drawing power from those stones. Destroy them, quickly.
I'll give you this. Fresh and still breathing. You'll be safe here, my love. Time to feast!
Vestige, hold a moment. Well, well, well. Wasn't that a charming little scene? I can't wait to tell Titanborn all about it. Are you as blind as your vagabond emperor? The first room was about Sahan's failures. This room is obviously an attempt to leverage his subconscious desires. So, our Redguard friend has a secret crush on the half-giant. A revolt. Please. Titanborn has all the emotional depth of a Frost Atronach. But who knew Sahan was that sentimental? Then again, he did resist her charms. Good thing, too. That truly would have been a farewell kiss. I can only assume she's Sahan's personal torturer. I have a sneaking suspicion we'll be meeting her again very soon. Come, let's keep moving.
We don't get many visitors in the Halls of Torment, but there's always room for a few more permanent residents. Such tenacity, such ambition, such bravery. Such a pity we're going to skin you alive and feast on your intestines. Whether it takes a day or 1,000 years, Sahan will be broken.
Amulet of Kings!
Where is the Amulet of Kings? This can all be over if you just tell me. You can finally rest. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Sai?
Have I been here 2 years? 2,000 years? I can no longer tell. But I will never break.
Why
Never.
did you protect me?
Who dares to defy the Duchess of Anguish? I will tear out your heart and make you feast upon it. What death do you prefer, mortal? Slow and painful or quick and painful? I think I'll kill you quickly, then resurrect you and kill you slowly. An eternity of agony. It will be glorious.
Sai is in pain. Release his bonds, quickly.
I do not know you. Why are you here? Who's the Emperor? He lives? This day is filled with wonders. They tortured me for many months. Years, perhaps. But I did not break my vow. The amulet is hidden and safe. My strength is returning. Lead on.
You have done it, Vestige. Bring him through the portal quickly. Sahan lives. You've outdone yourself, Vestige. The minds of some men can endure hardships far greater than anything that Daedra can concoct. The forces of loyalty, honor, and friendship are powerful indeed. We must recover the Amulet of Kings, but only when Sahan has had time to recover. He is a man of great strength, but he will still need to rest after such an ordeal. Sai locked the amulet away in the ruins of San Kotor and entrusted the key to one of his close associates. But he can tell you himself. Speak with him. He's eager to meet his liberator. I'll contact you when we're ready to move forward.
I owe you my life. My lord calls you Vestige. A strange name. Is it true your soul was taken from you? Stranger still. My people say that bravery and honor are the hallmarks of a great soul. Yet you have both of those things in great measure. I had begun to think that honor was a relic of the past. You give me hope. I cannot say. Physically, I am unharmed. But mentally, I feel a darkness in my heart. A weight on my soul. I do not know how long this emptiness will remain. I hid the amulet in a sacred catacomb protected by magical wards. The means of lifting these wards are in the keeping of my old mentor, Kasura. As soon as I am able, we must meet with her. I will try to rest, but I am a warrior. We cannot sit still for very long. I should certainly bathe before we meet with Kasura. I am unpleasantly fragrant. And if she happened to be downwind of me, well, I would never hear the end of it. The path ahead of us is a dark one, but it pleases me to know that I shall walk the path with friends. May we all rest a little easier tonight. I know I shall.
Ah, there you are. Come. We must talk.
I understand you visited the Halls of Torment. Marvelous place, marvelous. I'm not a fan of the tortured screaming, but otherwise it's quite lovely.
Honor and faith to you, my friend. We are nearly ready to depart. My Lord Varen requested that Tharn and Snow Lily join us, for safety's sake. Though I have seen fewer places as tranquil as the Valley of Blades. An old friend, Kasura, dwells there. Before I was captured, I placed an enchanted ring in her keeping. The ring is a key of sorts. Without it, we will not be able to open the secret chamber where the Amulet of Kings lies hidden. She was my first mentor and instructor, a true master of blades. She still trains young swordsmen in the valley, though she deems worthy of her instruction. Swordsmanship, but much more than that. Her teachings revolve around a trinity of body, blade, and brilliance. The sword singers of old were said to be masters of all three. Oh, look, there will be time for questions later. Are you ready to depart?
I'll open a portal to hasten your journey.
Do you smell the scent of burning embers in the air? Oh, we may be in for a treat if Kasura is teaching the firewalk. The Abbey is just down the path. We're fortunate that my Lord Varen opened a portal for us. This landslide appears to have blocked the valley's only approach. I cannot say. I've never known these mountains to experience earthquakes. Strange. It is strange to return to these mountains. Memories of youth flood my mind, each one bringing its own sorrow or its own smile.
Oh, joy. We've been here less than 5 minutes and Sahan is already getting maudlin and weepy.
Shut up, Tharn. Don't let him get to you, Sai. Let him roll his eyes. Maybe he'll find a brain back there.
What is this? The Abbey burns! Quickly, we must find Kasura!
So much destruction. What could have done this?
I'm afraid I've seen this before. Keep an eye skyward, Titanborn.
There's trouble afoot.
Kasura! There! Kasura,
Sai
are you
Sahan.
injured? What happened?
Intruders. Cultists. They attacked the Abbey. So many of my students have fallen.
The Abbey is in ruins, Kasura. How could they?
Gigantic beast. Like nothing I've ever seen. Cultists. They're opening rift to oblivion.
No. Save your strength, Kasura. We will make them pay. I promise you.
What do you think? Trap?
It's only a trap if you don't know about it. I assume everything is a trap, therefore, it's a challenge.
In the name of Moloch Baal, come forth and destroy his enemies! me Daedric minions and obey! Hosts of Oblivion, come forth and feast.
Sai, Titan returns!
Sai Sahan and company at last. My pet has been waiting for
Eyes
you.
skyward. Here it comes.
How many more of your friends must die, Sai Sahan? Where is the amuleted king?
Well fought. Sai Sahan travels with worthy companions. My injuries are not serious. What are a few more scars to an old warrior? Scars have the virtue of reminding us that our past is real. My students, in my home, have not fared half so well. I'm glad to see you, but curious why you are here. I did not find the Ring of Stendarr's mercy, but now that the King of Worms knows you are here, it is only a matter of time before he launches another attack. Indeed, atop the eastern stair is the secret entrance to the ancestral crypt. The ring is within. Follow me.
This valley was so beautiful.
Obvious.
Why would a crypt need a secret entrance?
It's a wonder there's an unplundered crypt in all of Skyrim. You Nords could learn a thing or two from the builders of Hammerfell.
Perhaps Hammerfell could also teach Nibene the virtue of good manners.
Here we are.
I can feel the presence of my ancestors whenever I come here. I am burdened with a great responsibility to honor their sacrifice and uphold their legacy. I, along with some of the most renowned sword singers who ever lived, we must tread carefully and with great respect. We both thought it would be well protected in the Valley of Blades. The most gifted young swordsmasters of Hammerfell are invited to train with Kasura. The town was bristling with strength and steel before the Titans showed up. I cannot say. Perhaps someone told him of my past. Perhaps he pried the memory from me during my time in the Halls of Torment. Either way, I am to blame for the valley's destruction. No one I love will be safe until Mannimarco has been dealt with. And I shall need a proper weapon. Kasura said that my father's greatsword lies with the ring. It seems proper that I should wield it in his honor. Tread lightly. Few living have been permitted to walk among these honored dead. Divad Hunding, son of Frandardo Hunding, Helhanse no Shira, the greatest of the Sword Saints. The hearth of every household in Hammerfell has a small alcove containing a copy of his father's greatest work, the Book of Circles. The twins of Sword and Spear, Rahasa and Rahuzar, and their mother, Anse Satame, the Tigress of Dragonstar. By the sword of my father, Nazir Ataf Sahan, I pledge myself to the destruction of Mannimarco and the liberation of Tamriel from the tyranny of the god of schemes, Molad Bal.
The ring is yours. Guard it well. I must return to my students to begin the long task of rebuilding. Thank you, but I cannot leave the Valley of Blades. I must bury the dead and tend to the wounded.
I knew you would lead me to the ring eventually. Give it to me.
Your presence defiles this place, Marco.
Give me the ring, and I might spare your pathetic lives.
We struck down your Titan and we'll strike you down soon enough.
The Titan was a prelude of what's to come if you continue to defy me.
Defy you? Your delusions of godhood are laughable, you ignominious corpse herder.
Very well then. I'll simply take the ring from your corpses.
Blasphemy! How dare you raise the honored dead to fight your battle?
The next time you hide something from the most powerful necromancer in all of Tamriel, you might reconsider hiding it in a bloody tomb.
Move, now!
Rest in peace, honored dead.
The souls of my ancestors. I will avenge Manimarco's blasphemy!
The ring is ours for the time being. Guard it well. You must return to the harborage and give it to Lord Varen. It will remain safe in his keeping until it is time to travel to Sancretor. Lyris, Abner, and I will remain here to help Kasura bury the dead and tend to the injured. Lord Varen has been observing our progress. He will open a portal for you to return. There it is, the top of the stairs. Go, quickly!
The damage is great, but if you had not arrived when you did, there would be nothing left to rebuild. Be safe in the coming days, my friends. I look forward to your return.
Abbey of Blades will rise from these ashes. If I survive the dark path we must walk.
In my mind's eye, I witnessed your battle with the worm cult and with the undead Unsay abominations. Your mission was successful, was it not? I witnessed the Titan's assault and sensed the deaths of many innocents. It is a great and terrible loss. Saisahan and the others will need time to aid Kasura. I will contact you when they return and we will begin the journey to Sancretor. Vestige, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to reclaim the Amulet of Kings. Vestige, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to reclaim the Amulet of Kings. Vestige, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to reclaim the Amulet of Kings. Meet me at the harborage. We are ready to reclaim the Amulet of Kings.
Hold, adventurer! You're the one I seek.
Here, ye card sharps and collectors, test your wits and courage in a brand new card game. Tales of Tribute.
We just got in a shipment of style.
You call that bad? I've heard tell of your devout work at the holy site of Torinan. Divines bless you.
And so we've come full circle. I led the original 5 companions on a quest to reclaim the Amulet of Kings. At the time, I told myself it was for the good of all Tamriel. I was wrong, and now all the world suffers from my hubris. Perhaps, but I wonder, will history repeat itself or rewrite itself? In truth, I fear using the amulet again. Its power is both great and terrible. Destiny can crush us by fulfilling our wishes just as surely as it can by denying them. It was a holy city in the First Era, founded by Queen Alessia herself. It has since fallen into crumbling ruin. Before its capture, Saitahan hid the Amulet of Kings in the catacombs beneath the city. It is in the mountains of Calovia, The land of my youth. But I have little memory of that time. My exposure to the Elder Scrolls stole much of the man I once was. Speak to Caesar Han. He can answer your questions far more accurately than I.
The time has come for us to enter the catacombs of Sancre-Tor. Do not underestimate the dangers that await us. In ages past, Sancre-Tor was a place of light, but I fear that is no longer the case. We must be prepared for anything. I have been through much, but this body is tougher than the great oaks of Valenwood. I go with neither hope nor fear. It is useless to guess at a future that has yet to be written. You may hope if you wish, my friend. I will not judge. My Lord Varen will open a gateway to Sancre-Tor. The amulet lies in a vault protected by powerful magic, a ward of Stendarr, the god of justice and mercy. Also, a god of well-earned luck. I thought this could not hurt. The catacombs contain 2 shrines dedicated to the Divines. We must consecrate them in Stendarr's name. When that is done, the Ring of Stendarr's mercy should open the vault doors. It is written that Alessia received the divine inspiration for her slave rebellion at Sancre-Tor, and so built her holy city there. But that was long ago. The city is a ruin now. It has become a dark place with areas best left undisturbed. We should avoid the Crypt of Heroes. I saw enough angry dead there to fill 9 lifetimes. Kasura and I barely escaped with our lives. We will enter through the inner courtyard and avoid it entirely. Now come. Time waits for no man.
The portal is open. Go now. Return with the Amulet of Kings.
Could have hidden that amulet anywhere in Tamriel, and this was your first choice?
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Brilliant. Why is it that the people with the most ridiculous ideas are always the ones who are most certain of them?
Shut up,
Shut up,
Thorn.
Thorn.
What brings you to Sancre-Tor, old friends? Looking for an amulet, perhaps?
Marco, how did you find this place?
Do you really think I'd allow you to escape the halls of torment if I couldn't track your every movement?
Sai, no! Menimarco, stop! You're killing him!
Where is the Amulet of Kings? My master, Molag Bal, demands it.
Your master, please. You would use the amulet to betray Molag Bal.
Fool! When I ascended, you could have been at my right hand, Tharn. Instead, you chose to align yourself with mongrels and imbeciles. Now, you'll die with them.
You won't get away with this. Do you really think you can betray a Daedric prince?
With the Amulet of Kings, all things are possible. Nations will tremble and bow before me. I will be a god!
The Amulet of Kings will never be yours. It is protected by a ward of the Divines!
You mean your ward of Stendarr, god of merciful forbearance, patron of gutless, law-abiding dimwits? It won't even slow me down.
Marco has been watching our every move. We led him right to the amulet. Menimarco may be powerful enough to break through Stendarr's ward eventually. If we can get to the shrines quickly and receive Stendarr's blessing, we can pass through the ward, but leave it in place. He may not be able to follow for some time. We must make our way to the inner courtyard. From there we can access the chambers where the shrines are located.
Sai, are you well enough to continue?
Have no fear, Snow Lily. I am Redguard. We are like mountain bamboo. Far stronger and more flexible than we might appear.
I find it hilarious that Manamako chose such a massive projected appearance. He's obviously overcompensating for something.
Through that gate lies the Crypt of Heroes. We can enter if you wish, but it is a foul place where the dead are restless and angry.
Wandering into a crypt when a necromancer is about? Your curiosity will be your undoing. Rise up, fallen heroes! Kill the intruder! Persistent, aren't you? Do you really think you can keep me from acquiring the amulet?
The Amulet of Kings is under the protection of Stendar's ward. It will never be yours.
Ah, Sai. You still don't understand, do you? My plan will succeed because of your ward of Stendar. It will prevent Molag Bal from observing or interfering. By the time the ward is down and the amulet is mine, it will already be too late.
You're insane if you think you can betray the god of schemes.
Naive child. You know nothing. Chim El Adabal, the red diamond at the center of the Amulet of Kings, is the most powerful soul gem ever created. With the amulet in my possession, I will absorb Molag Bal's power, reducing him to an empty husk of ethereal flesh. Then I will trap his essence within the gem. The name Molag Bal will be forgotten. In time, all of Tamriel will bow down before me. Soon, the god of schemes will have a new name. Manimaka.
Please, a moment, my friends. I must rest before we continue.
Sai, are you all right? That bastard really hurt you, didn't he? I swear to the gods I'll take his head off.
Yeah. I'll be fine, Snow Lily. I just need a moment to catch my breath.
Take all the time you need. I'll keep watch. If there's anything I can do, just name it.
An enchanting moment. I'll be over here bringing up my lunch.
You better keep an eye on me. I'm getting ready to punch Tharn again. Sai Sahan is nothing if not determined. He once told me that achieving victory is like wrestling an ogre. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when the ogre is tired. He'll see this through. Don't worry. Me? I'll chase Manamarco to the furthest corners of oblivion if I have to. Vengeance is a powerful motivator. And I don't know if you've realized it yet, but under this hardened shell, I'm an optimistic fool who'd take a blade for any one of you. We're two of a kind. Stoic. Isn't that what people call us? Our hearts are connected, but we don't talk about our feelings. We don't even understand them ourselves. Maybe we'll talk about it someday, but today is not that day.
Set's tears. I thought I could handle this. Manamarco's sorcery brought back all of the pain and doubt I felt inside the halls of torment. I have pushed my body much further than this. It is my mind that pains me. Manamarco filled my head with shattered memories. They're like broken glass. With every beat of my heart, they stab into me. That voice, Manamarco's voice, taunted me over and over in an endless cycle for years on end. He never broke my will, but he broke something. I will make it through this, my friend. I did not endure years of torture in the halls of torment only to give up now. My pain has subsided. Let us make haste and finish this. We must consecrate the 2 shrines with Stendarr's blessing before the vault can be opened. The first shrine rests in the Dragon Guard tomb, where so many of my fallen comrades were interred. We must take care to respect their resting place. The shrine is on the far side of the room. Quickly, we must find our way across.
I have a surprise for you, Sai. Do you remember your fallen comrades from the Dragon Guard? I take a liberty of raising them and their quite anxious secret.
I have no wish to disfigure the corpses of my old comrades of the Dragon Guard. We must consecrate the shrine. Stendarr, God of mercy, charity, and justice, empower us with your wisdom and vision. Help us to right the wrongs of this world through your grace and with your guidance. Encourage us as we smite the wicked and punish the unjust. Now, we have only to consecrate the second shrine before we can enter the vault.
You certainly did a thorough job hiding the amulet, Sai. Couldn't you have just stuffed it in a mattress or something?
The second shrine is in the chamber beyond. There is a trick to reaching it. A puzzle of sorts. I do not recall its solution. The altar is on the far side, but to reach it, the drawbridge must be lowered.
You did it! The bridge is down!
Kill them!
These consecrations, we beseech you to lower your wards and grant us safe passage into the Vault of Kings.
corridors, crumbling walls, nauseating smells. This place has all the charm of a Riften brothel. It must feel very much like home to you, Titanfall.
You mean a crypt filled with the rotting corpses of inbred kings and failed statesmen? Must be what it's like at a Tharn family reunion.
Efforts will not succeed. The Amulet of Kings will be mine.
I swear by Stendar's grace and the sword of my father, you will not win, Manamarco.
Soon, you will know the extent of my power and bow before me. Through the power of the Amulet of Kings, I will be transformed. All the nations of Tamriel will bow before me. They will worship me and beg for my mercy. All will know the name of Manimarco as their one true god.
You'll never get away with it, Manamarco. We'll fight you to our last breath.
By all means, my old friends. Try and stop me.
the door to the Vault of Kings. The shrines have been consecrated in Stendarr's name. Now you must use the Ring of Stendarr's mercy to open the vault doors. Stand in the casting circle and direct the ring at the doors to lift the ward. The door should open wide. Look, the amulet. I can see it from here.
Keep Manimarco occupied. I'll close the portal. I will hold them at the portal. Focus on Manimarco.
Powerful necromancer Tamriel has ever known. This is merely a transition. My first step towards true immortality. Now witness my true power! Watch as I rise up from the grave and ascend to godhood!
Whoa! You think you can betray the Lord of Brutality and Domination without consequence? You will pay for your arrogance. You will writhe in agony for the rest of eternity. Your tortured screams will echo throughout oblivion to serve as a warning to others.
Everything Manimarco did was designed to pit us against each other. We can't let that happen. Look what we can accomplish when we work together.
How uncharacteristically optimistic of you, Titanborn. I may have that embroidered on a pillow.
The Divines gave you a nose for a reason, Tharn. So you can keep your mouth shut and still keep breathing.
Well played, Titanborn. Well played.
It is done. The Amulet of Kings is ours once again. Manimarca will pay dearly for the rest of eternity. One cannot out-scheme the god of schemes without paying a heavy price. I cannot imagine the torment that awaits him. Sai-Sahan must rest, as must we all. We can sleep a little easier knowing the King of Worms has been defeated, but we cannot rest too long. Molog Bal is still a great threat, and the plane melt must be stopped, or this will all be for naught. I've not forgotten Vestige. It is another piece of the puzzle, and we shall address it in due time. But for now, let us rest and recover. As always, I will contact you soon. Walk in the light, Vestige. Companions assemble once more. Travel to the harborage. It is time for our final preparations. Welcome back, Vestige. News of Manimarca's demise spreads far and wide. Like worms, his followers burrow deep into the earth to escape the searing light of the coming dawn. As ever, straight to the point. You've done the impossible. The King of Worms has been consumed by the wrath of Molog Bal. The power of his worm cult is broken forever. That is the grim truth of the matter. But the Amulet of Kings is in our possession, and there is still much to do. In my sleep, I hear his tormented screams, and Molog Bal forces visions of his eternal torture into my mind. I can show you exactly what I see, if you wish it. The fate of the King of Worms.
Please, no more! It was a misunderstanding, Great One! Let me serve you! Let me prove my loyalty! No more, I beg of you!
Manimarca's torment will be endless. The god of schemes will use him to set an example. All who follow him will know you cannot hope to betray the greatest of betrayers. I cannot help but pity him. despite all he has done. But this is not why you were called here, Vestige. Come, Saisahar will speak with you first.
The greatest of the Sword Saints, Divad, tells us that destiny's a chain, forged one link at a time. Our chain is nearly complete. There is but one link remaining. It is you, my friend. You are the link. I will not bore you with effusive praise, but state it plainly, you are a great warrior and a trusted friend. And we would like to extend you an offer. When Emperor Varen first brought the 5 companions together, he did so in the hope of creating a Tamriel where all men could live freely and safely beneath one banner. The 5 companions failed, betrayed from within by one of our own, the Worm King Manimarco. All that came after was the result of one man's treachery. Now 4 of the 5 are reunited to right that great wrong, but destiny requires a 5th. We want you to join us as our 5th member. You were the champion we should have had with us back then. Don't look so grave. This is largely symbolic, but please, humor an old soldier. My lord, with your permission.
You needn't call me that anymore, Saisahar. We are equals now.
All those years ago, when we fought beneath our Lord's banner to free the Empire from the Longhouse Emperors, we did so with a dream of freedom and peace in mind. Not just for the Empire, but for all of Tamriel. Together, we forged a fellowship stronger than any blade, only to see it shattered upon the rocks of deceit by one of our own. That fellowship is no more. Yet we 4 have assembled here, united by a single purpose. It is not vengeance that drives us, but truth, and loyalty, and justice. I, Saisahar, steward of the Abbey of Blades, call for the 5 companions to be reforged this by the light of Stendarr and the heart of Lorcan. May our blade of fellowship be forged anew, and may the Vestige, our mutual friend and ally, become its tip, that we may thrust it straight into the heart of a Daedric prince.
Saisahar is right. You are the member that we should have had all those years ago.
It is as the scrolls foretold. The soulless one will become the brightest of 5 stars, and they shall guide us to the coming dawn.
Oh, please, you melodramatic sots. Fine, fine. If seeing one of your foolish prophecies come true will help to ensure the safety of the Empire, I'll play along.
Stand united once more. The 5 companions are reforged, and together we will strike down the God of Schemes!
Come here, my friend. I've got a few things I want to say before you go. It's been a long road, hasn't it? My father used to say that if you avoid all of life's abrasions, you'll never be polished enough to shine. We must be pretty damn shiny by now. I've been thinking about our adventures and the hardships we've faced together. We're in the last leg of this journey, aren't we? I don't regret any of it, but it occurs to me that we haven't had much of a chance to talk as friends. Where do you see yourself going after all of this is over? I mean, assuming we survive, get your soul back, and stop Molag Bal. Traveling is a humbling experience. You see firsthand what a small place you occupy in the world. Funny thing is, the farther you go, the harder it is to return. But when you do, if you do, you get to see the place you came from with new eyes. Me? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to Skyrim and settle down. Squeeze out a few whelps. Maybe raise sheep or grow cabbages. What? No. Can you imagine it? Lyra's Titan-born shepherd, farmer, housewife. I need to be out in the wind and wild. And if I ever find my life mate, he'll feel the same way. My turn. What's your one regret about all we've been through? You never get used to it. My father, He'll die over and over again for the rest of my life. Grief doesn't go away. You just learn to live with it. But I can live my life with his daring and spirit and joy. That way he'll never die. Not really. Oh, lots of things. Friends lost, missed opportunities, failed endeavors. Maybe the best we can hope for is to end up with the right regrets. I do regret not taking the time to get to know the people I fought with. I hope to change that. One last thing. You like mead? I knew I liked you. So, let's toast. To Molag Bal, that ugly skeever. May his privates be infected with brown rot fever. May our course be true and our hearts be brave, as we march into Cold Harbor to spit on his grave. Let's not forget the struggles that got us to this point. We're almost home. We just have a bit further to fight.
Are you all insane? You do realize what we need to do, right? We have to fight a Daedric prince. Amulet or no, this is going to mean more death. Vestige, come here. I'll tell you what they're afraid to mention. Getting all chummy with Titanborn? I enjoy the company of clever, well-informed people. You really should try it sometime. So, you felled the great Manimarco. Well played. You've done the Empire a great service. The farmer doesn't thank the cow when it voids itself on the field, but it still makes the crops grow taller. I suppose it is, but that wasn't the reason for this heartwarming reunion. Varen and I have spoken at length since you recovered the amulet, and have determined our final course of action. Molag Bal remains a threat, and Tamriel is still in grave danger. First, the plane meld must be stopped. Even now, forces gather and plan an assault on Oblivion itself. You must join them. Then, and only then, can you take the fight to Molag Bal himself, to restore protection to Nirn and reclaim your soul. I know more about the Daedra than any man or mer alive. For good or ill, my family has always kept ties with the forces of Oblivion, and this much I know. One cannot kill a Daedric prince. But we have the Amulet of Kings. With the amulet in our possession, we may be able to wound him severely, and in the process force him to relinquish every last soul he has stolen, including your own. This is where your condition works to your benefit. The ritual we performed with the Amulet of Kings caused the soul burst and damaged the veil between worlds. If the damage is to be repaired, I must attempt the ritual again, this time with you. Only if we use it here on Nirn. But if we were to travel to Cold Harbor, we might be able to harness its power, imbue you with divine agency enough to challenge the Daedric Prince. But there is a price. Calling upon the power of the amulet in this manner will consume someone's soul, utterly. One cannot channel the power of the gods without paying such a price. Unfortunately, you don't have a soul to consume, and I am needed to perform the ritual. More specifically, one of our 3 companions. I suspect that's why they're so nauseatingly over-appreciative and fawning. Of course it is. The fact of the matter stands, however. One of the 5 will need to give their life to fuel this attack. when the time comes.
So you said before the vestige arrived. And I've already thought it over. I'll do it.
Snow Lily, no. You should not need to give your life this way. This is my duty. Penance for my numerous failures. This is my chance to make things right.
The scroll said nothing of this moment, and so I'm not bound to their dictates. Vestige, I ask that you let me do this one thing. All that has happened was because of my hubris. I shall be the one.
Sire, you've done enough. This was Manimarco's doing, not yours.
As the one who will fight the Daedric Prince, the Vestige should decide.
I don't see you leaping to volunteer, Tharn. Saving your own backside again?
Hard as it may be, Lyris, don't be an idiot. I'm the only one who knows the ritual, and we don't have time to teach anyone else.
That's enough. It won't be decided here and now. Vestige, come here. I have some final words for you. It appears we have come full circle, Vestige. That millions of others may live, yes. Do not be troubled. Any one of us would gladly make such a sacrifice. As Tharn has said, there are already plans in motion to infiltrate Cold Harbor. You must be part of them. The chains that anchor us to oblivion draw us ever closer. They must be severed once and for all. When the plane meld has been thwarted and the dust has settled, the 5 companions will gather one last time to face our destinies. The god of schemes must be stopped, Vestige. That is the only thing that matters now. Do not hasten towards this final hour. Take the time to appreciate them.
Good. I found you. Speak with me a moment, if you would. Greetings. I am Varnus Galarian, head of the Mages Guild. I have need of your assistance. Yes. It's high time Tamriel was free of Molongbal's grip. The Anchors, the Daedra, the Undead, they devastate our fragile mortal plane. I have a plan, and I need your help. I think you're the only one who can help me see this done. I want you to meet with Razumdar, first in the eyes of the Queen. He'll be at the Mages Guild in Skywatch. Even Iren's personal agents think my idea is sound. I'll be along shortly. I just have a few final preparations to make.
Someone do something before the criminal gets away!
That crime is going to cost you.
should buy me a drink, I think.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game.
Jejor Meip Denata.
You there. How would you like to do something worthwhile?
Top quality merchandise.
Domination and enslavement of a soul. The god of schemes, the prince of pain, the captain of corruption. He tills the land of Tamriel and sows the seeds of destruction. The plain man is nigh, the plain man is nigh. Our world will disappear.
across the...
Seems like just moments ago we were in June, yes? It is a good thing Raz is so quick on his feet. Wouldn't want you waiting on him, like we are waiting on the Guildmaster. Yes, Vanos Galerian of the Mages Guild requested your presence. He should be here soon. He begs your assistance with a hopeless task. He seeks to bring the Alliance leaders together for a meeting. One which they will all survive. This is insanity, of course, but the Queen tells Raz to give him whatever he needs. The Queen tells Raz that you speak with her authority, yes? This responsibility is a great one. Better you than Raz. You are aware of what will be involved? Certain communications must be made. Dangerous communications. This will ensure the safety of all. This one may have to delegate. Yes, of course. Cariel will do that. Ah, that was not so hard. Job for Cariel?
No way. Do it yourself.
Why?
Thrush is a homicidal maniac, and Copper Daria, let's just say I'm not her favorite person.
Why is Copper Daria displeased with Cariel?
I may have collapsed a building on top of her. Accidentally.
Ah, yes. This one forgot about that. Very well. Raz will take care of it. And he will send Copper Daria your warmest regards.
Apologies for my lateness.
Damn it, Raz. Not so close.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has come to take the fight to Cold Harbor. But this places us in a delicate political position. Trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces, and if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it as a betrayal. For both guilds, our neutrality is our strength. We can't afford to take sides. The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Cold Harbor without making themselves vulnerable. I want to bring all three leaders together. Maybe cut a deal. You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected. You have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they leap at each other's throats. In short, you're the perfect diplomat. I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. I can get you an audience with each leader and provide magical transportation. You just need to convince them to travel to Stirk. That's all I ask. I'll open the portal. I think it's best that I travel with you and make introductions as a neutral party. That might make things easier. Esteemed High King Emmerich, I thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I would not presume to waste your time without good reason.
We've known each other for some time, Master Galerion. You aren't known for your capricious whims. Tell me, though, who is your companion?
Your Majesty, this is Queen Irene's personal representative, here to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
So Queen Irene sends her personal champion into the stronghold of her greatest enemy. Either she has a lot of faith in you, or she's trying to get you killed. I'm intrigued. Come, let us speak. Debella's legs, but you are a bold one. Even the bards of Wayrest sing of your exploits. I must confess, I had hoped to meet you one day. We sharpen our blades on the same whetstone, if you take my meaning. Tell me then, is it madness that drives you to barge in here like this? Or perhaps you're here to surrender on behalf of your people. If that's the case, I accept. That's a bit of a dreary subject, but I prefer that over some angry line like, "I've come here to kill you, Your Majesty." I'm glad you didn't say that. So you want to talk about everyone's favorite Daedric prince, then? What of him? Ha! I'm sorry. I think I must have misheard you. For a moment, I thought you were saying you wanted to battle a Daedric prince. That would be especially funny if you wanted my help. So, what was it you really meant to say? That would be utter madness. But I do like the thought of seeing that next to my name in the history books. All right. If Irene and Yoren agree to attend, I'll be there. If this is an assassination attempt, though, I'm taking you with me.
Tell Cariel that I hope to
That
drop
went
in
well, I think.
very soon.
Shall we move on?
From an upper story. She'll know
To Mournhold, where Skald King Yoren is waiting for us. I'm given to understand that his palace is inaccessible at present. And for a variety of reasons, the Tribunal Temple is
I'm gonna mingle their
inappropriate.
heads right off their
He's offered to meet us at the Guild Plaza. Shall we?
Watch yourselves, outsiders. Give us a good reason and the Armigers will cut you down where you stand.
We'll burn you.
And shatter you.
Any questions?
Honored Skald King, I am here as the personal champion of Queen Irene.
Galarian, please continue.
My companion hopes to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
I have heard tales of this one. The Skald King favors the bold, even among his enemies. Come, champion, let us speak. I will stay your execution since you came all this way. But choose your words carefully. I'm not a patient king. Yes, well, I am both suspicious and curious. If you are an assassin, though, get on with it. But remember this, you're coming to Sovngarde with me. To fear death is to fear life. I am Nord. When my time comes, I will embrace it. Sovngarde will be glorious. No meetings, no schemes. But you're not here to talk philosophy. What do you want? Who? The three alliances? Has magical travel rattled your brain? Speak plainly. What do you ask of me? Where the All Flags Army was born. If the other leaders agree, I will attend. If nothing else, it should make a good story. Now leave me before my dinner gets cold.
I didn't think it possible. Well done! We must return and begin the preparations. We have much to do. Come.
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great warhammer. Or two.
All three leaders have agreed to join us on Stirk. Now comes the tricky part. Individually, the leaders are rational, even reasonable. But get them together and... well, you'll see soon enough. Everything's been prepared. Are you ready to travel to the summit? Then, with your permission, I'll open the portal to Stirk. May Auriel's hand guide us all.
The word has been given.
A moment, please! I'll wait for you on the other side!
Our representative, Captain Alfari, is in charge of security on Stirk.
Welcome to the island of Stirk. Representatives from all three alliances are gathering at the meeting place. It's just up ahead, through the ruins. I'm told they'll be arriving at the meeting site by portal any moment. After all the bloodshed in Cyrodiil, I fear the leaders won't be quick to trust one another. Perhaps you can help them see the wisdom in cooperation. I don't envy you the task. We've already assembled quite a team of experts for the Cold Harbor invasion itself. I'll try to introduce you to some of them on the way to the meeting. Lead on. 2 kings and a queen with barely a thimble of patience between them. Reaching a compromise will be no small task, I promise you.
Sir.
Look! It's Lady Laurent!
Careful with that, you clumsy fool. Do hurry it up. We're missing everything.
I never weary of your charms, Lady Laurent.
Vanus Galarian as I live and breathe. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had no idea the summit was to be held on the legendary island of Stirk.
It seemed a fitting choice. It was here that the leaders of the First Era assembled the All-Flags Navy to do battle with the Slode.
I can't wait to see what surprises Molag Bal's realm has in store for us.
We are waging war, not embarking on a sightseeing expedition, milady.
Fear not, Vanus. I can take care of myself and my useless lump of a manservant. Stibbins, haven't you finished tying those bags yet? Oh, you really are hopeless.
Farewell, milady. We must dash. We're expected at the summit. Wonderful. It's Tellinger. Here's Tellinger, the artificer himself. Must it always take a crisis to pull you away from your toys, Telly?
Vanus, your robes smell of failed experiments and your words of failed wit.
Tell me, Telly, what Dwemer rubbish pit did you crawl out of this week?
You really must learn to respect your betters, old friend.
Do let me know when one happens by, won't you? I don't have the time or the energy, Tellinger, so I'll bid you good day. The captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there.
Captain Alfari, has the island been secured?
Aye. All ships in the area have been diverted away from the island, and the wards are in place.
And the Alliance leaders?
They'll be here any moment. You three should get over there as soon as you can.
We're on our way. Thank you, Captain. We must make haste.
High King Emmerich of the Daggerfall Covenant. Queen Irene of the Old Merry Dominion. Yoren Skald King of the Ebonheart Pact.
We must put aside our differences and work together, or this assault is doomed from the start.
How do we know this isn't a ruse? A clever plan to divert our forces while your armies take the Imperial city.
I thought backstabbing was your favorite tactic, Emmerich.
Please, are you both so arrogant? Your weapons are children's toys compared to the horrors that Molag Bal commands.
I will not wager the future of my people on the word of a snow barbarian and an adolescent female. I fear for Tamriel's future if either of you were to sit upon the ruby throne.
Since when do you care about your people? You never lift a finger except to count your gold.
Please, my lords, this bickering is pointless.
What a waste of time.
Obstinate fools, both of you.
What a mess. Apologies, Vanus, but I'm going to check on my lion guard.
Intractable fools. Their pride will see us all dead.
We've served as the first line of defense against Molag Bal's invaders, destroying his dark anchors all across Tamriel. They've succeeded in reducing their ranks and leveling half of Cyrodiil. What do you think? Willing and able. But, like the Mages Guild, we are constrained by a non-interference pact. The alliances will only tolerate our presence in their realms if we remain neutral. Unless all 3 alliance leaders consent to it, our hands are bound.
This is going about as well as I expected, unfortunately. Even if we can get them to stop bickering, they'll never agree to send troops to Cold Harbor. That would leave Cyrodiil unprotected. An interesting idea, but they need to stop bickering long enough to consider it. Why don't you visit each of them in their camps? See if you can reason with them individually.
With our combined strength, we might have a chance, but our distrust runs too deep. I fear we'll never reach an accord. Is there? What did you have in mind? Perhaps. But we don't know enough about Cold Harbor to fully understand what they'd be up against. An excellent point. Very well. If you can convince the other leaders, you have my support.
Save your breath. I will not be swayed by some Altman lapdog. But what about the war in Cyrodiil? If I commit troops to this invasion, the Pact will be vastly outnumbered there. Wizards and mercenaries against the Daedric hordes. Without the Ebonheart Pact, they do not stand a chance. Perhaps. But I must think about this. Go! All this talk has given me a headache.
This queen of yours is spirited, I'll give her that. But she has no right to force her will upon all of Tamriel. That's more than I'm getting from them. What do you suggest? I don't doubt their commitment or their bravery, but they are few, and Molag Bal's followers are legion. I'm not convinced, but let me think on it. Something must be done. On that we agree.
Any luck? Or are they still at an impasse? I hope they come to their senses soon. We're going to lose the element of surprise. With very good reason, but the sooner they come to an agreement that... Does the air feel strange to you? That's odd. All of a sudden it feels like a storm is approaching. I have an ill feeling about this.
He has arrived. I can't.
Chaldean, what's happening?
Go! Get away from me! Run!
These are the great leaders of Tamriel. Pathetic. But how convenient to have them gathered together in one place, so I can crush them like insects.
Molag Bal!
Stay back, Countess!
The insects fight back. How amusing, and yet so very sad. All of Nirn shall be mine.
Eldian! Protect the leaders, defeat Molag Bal's minions, and close the unstable gates.
I thought we were safe here, hidden from the enemy. The god of schemes grows more powerful by the day. Agreed. There's no time to waste. We must take the fight to him. Yes, at the Iliad Well at the center of the island. After that terrible display of power, I don't think they have much choice. Honored leaders! You have seen the face of our enemy! Molag Bal threatens every living being in Tamriel. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild have agreed to join forces to launch an assault on Cold Harbor!
Trust in us. Sanction our actions. Give us your blessings. We will not let you down.
Vanos is right. The guilds are our best and only choice. Send them to Cold Harbor.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with Emmerich.
As do I. It appears that much of the distrust between our alliances was sown and nurtured by the god of schemes.
Molag Bal thrives on deception and chaos. But if you'll forgive me, this alliance war is of your own making.
Countess Akruba, gather the surviving members of both guilds in the Sturk interior. The champion and I will go there now to open the portal.
We'll be right behind you, Vanus.
The time has come, champion.
Let's go!
Stendarr, protect us all! We're as ready as we shall ever be. Unfortunately, yes. It's not the massive army we'd hoped for. But now that Molag Bal knows we're coming, a smaller group might be our only hope of slipping into Cold Harbor undetected. It's difficult to predict where you will emerge once you reach Cold Harbor. Be on your guard, my friend.
Hello, what's this? Survived then, have you? Jolly good. Jolly good. Rotten luck. They arrived in Cold Harbor, but in entirely different locations. Bloody unpredictable. Portals to oblivion. Not to mention Molag Bal's defenses. Nasty beasties abound. Off you go, over the bridge and head inland. There's a good chap. Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuffed it. What bridge? Is there a bridge? Tricky things, bridges. Tend to have all kinds of hideous creatures living beneath them. Except that one over there. That one leads to the Hollow City. Dreadfully dull place, and a real eyesore if you ask me, but I suppose it's where you want to start your quest. Quest! What a simply fabulous word. Quest. Quest. Quest! I just love how it rolls off the tongue. Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuffed it. Welcome to the beautiful gardens of Cold Harbor. Do have a look around. Lovely day for it. Soak up the ambiance, the grandeur, the wonder of it all.
Very few would dare to enter the Prince of Murder's realm of their own choosing. Your action consists of equal parts bravery and stupidity. I think in this case, that's exactly what we need. We've been waiting for you, Planewalker. You may refer to me as the Groundskeeper, one of the few survivors that remain. I tend to this city. The magic that protects these walls and keeps us safe requires constant nurturing and the utmost care. The city's original name no longer matters. Now it is a hollow city, waiting to be filled. A perfect place to begin an assault on Molag Bal. This city can be your armor against the hazards of Cold Harbor. It just needs life to return it to glory. It could be. There is no safer place in Cold Harbor, for Molag Bal's reach cannot extend into the Hollow City. That is what was intended, and that is the way it is. Please walk with me. Let me show you why this city will serve your needs. Watch and listen. While I could explain things to you, it will be better to simply show you. The history of the city permeates these streets, and with a bit of magic, I can reveal it to you. Now come, let us walk. Long ago, this city existed in Nirn. It was alive and vibrant, and went by a different name. Its people were devoted to Prince Meridia, the Radiant One. They lived in peace and assumed themselves safe from any dangers. But Meridia has enemies, such as the despicable Molag Bal. The Prince of Murder sent minions from Cold Harbor to destroy her beloved city. The city's defenders did what they could, but they were no match for Molag Bal's forces. Everyone outside the walls was slaughtered, but the warriors and mages managed to seal the gates to protect those huddled within. As fortune would have it, the Ayleid King Lalorian Dinar was visiting the city. A skilled warrior and tactician, he quickly took command of the city's defenses. The Ayleid King single-handedly protected one of the gates. As he fought, he prayed for assistance, and his prayers were answered. Meridia felt compassion for her followers, but she also saw an opportunity. Molag Bal's open portal worked both ways. The time had come to take the battle to Cold Harbor. Meridia warded the city and pushed it into Cold Harbor. The city arrived intact, but many of its inhabitants were either killed or scattered by this realm's protective spells. Even the Ayleid King was captured. Still, Meridia had accomplished the impossible. She stabbed a dagger into Molag Bal's side. A portion of her realm was in his domain, and he could not touch it. The survivors lost faith, however. One by one, they left the safe confines of the city to try to return to Nurn. They were foolish, and they paid the price for rejecting Meridia's edicts. Meridia foresaw a day when an opportunity would arise. An overconfident Molag Bal. Champions from another plane. On that day, this city would become the focal point for the assault against the Lord of Schemes. I say that the day has finally arrived. The great mage, Vanus Galerian, the Ayleid king, and you, our last best hope. You must gather your allies and bring them here. This city shall serve you well against Molag Bal. Know that every choice you make in Cold Harbor will have an effect on the Hollow City. It shall be reborn with every person you save, forged into a weapon by your own hands. I am your advisor. We both wish to stop Molag Bal's machinations. I offer you what help I can. The Hollow City awaits you and your allies. Use it wisely, and it shall not fail you. You must gather those who were lost. King Dinar and Vanus Galerian have vital roles to play, and they must be at your side. Rescue your missing companions. Return the Hollow City to its former glory, and we can begin the assault on Molag Bal. You shall require more than just the king and the mage, of course, but they are as good a starting point as any. Others in this realm, allies current and soon to be, all have important parts to play in this endeavor. As you seek out the mage and the king, I'm sure you shall meet others who require your aid. Look for those you trust and who would be willing to join us here. Go west, beyond the Moonless Walk. There you shall find the Ayleid king, held within a tower of darkness. Vanus the mage is somewhere in the eastern plain. His exact location is hidden from me. I recommend heading west first to find the Ayleid king, but the choice is yours. If you wish to free King Dinar, you must recover the lights of Meridia. The lights have the power to unlock his prison of darkness. As you no doubt noticed, Molag Bal's realm has its own defenses. Things that teleport onto this plane tend to get scattered. As were your allies. As were the lights. They could be anywhere, but most likely, they are guarded by Molag Bal's forces.
I bring an urgent message from Rhea Opacarius, Chief Oracle of the Twilight Queen Azura.